After you stood in front of there.
Yeah. Well, hi guys, I'm Matt Stone from 180 Degree Health, and I know most of you guys now because I've been up here for a while, but I came all the way up to Wheeling, West Virginia to see what Challen Waychoff is up to. And I heard he could do all kinds of wild and crazy things. One thing that really caught my attention was that he could look at a set of numbers in a person's body chemistry and tell what day they ate something that they weren't supposed to, that's not part of the program, and tell them exactly what they ate and exactly what day just based on that, and that there was actually a predictable science to it, that he had figured out and cracked that code, and that he was able to do that. I know a lot of other people practicing this RBTI, which is what he practices, are not able to do that. That try as they may, they just haven't quite figured out to the same degree. And I think, in the last few weeks since I've been here, I've heard more remarkable stories of cancers going away and spines regenerating and eyesight improving and all these impossible things taking place with just these simple changes in diet and lifestyle and a few mineral supplements that I'm very impressed with what's going on, and some of it may sound weird and wacky and wild, but for whatever reason it seems to be very effective, and I'm glad that you're here. I think it's a big opportunity he's the only person in the entire face of the planet that's doing this as he does it, so I think it's a real rare find that this one little guy here in Wheeling, West Virginia is doing something so remarkable. So I'll let you take over, Challen, but thanks.
Okay, thank you, Matt. And what we want to show here tonight is we're going to take you from knowing nothing about the RBTI to having a glimpse of a picture. The picture of what you can actually see from a set of numbers, and you're able to analyze, and through the powers of deduction, you're able to see things into the chemistry of the body. And what Dr. Reams used to say, now Dr. Kerry Reams was the inventor of this program. It's called the Reams Biological Theory of Ionization. And what he would say is that you're able to glimpse through the keyhole into what perfect health is and how the body changes. And you're able to see this. And the secret is in the diet. And I'm going to show you some things here tonight. And some of the things that I'm going to show you sounds opposite of what you would hear or what you've read in the books. And the medical standard is completely different on some of this stuff. But remember how brains are like parachutes. They only work when they're open. You have to open your mind a little bit and let this happen and see what this is. Nobody understands the RBTI unless they follow the rules and experience the healing cycles and the withdrawals of the body. And you do, many people will get sick. Because what you're doing when you start this program, you start cleansing the temple. And when you cleanse the temple, you will get sick. You can have headaches, diarrhea, nauseousness, throw up, flu-like symptoms, constipation. All these things can happen. Most people, as soon as they feel a little discomfort, they quit. Most people will never, ever experience the true blessings of the RBTI. Now, what I want to show you, the RBTI is mainly a measurement of energy. What that means is either you're gaining energy or losing energy. And what we want to experience is the gain of energy. Every day you eat the clean foods, your energy level will go up. Every day you eat the unclean foods, the energy level goes down. So we want to experience a little bit of this. Now, the perfect equation is 1.5, 6.4 over 6.4, 6 to 7c, 0.04 m, and 3 over 3. That's the perfect equation. Now what these numbers signify, the first number is the carbohydrate level. It's measured through a refractometer, and it's a prism that measures the sugar content of the system. The next number is the urine pH, the saliva pH. This is the salt reading. This number is the albumin count. That's a visual count, looking at the dead cells in the body. And the last two numbers, 3 over 3, these are the undigested proteins, or the ureas of the system. Now, the rule, my level 4, I've written 11 books on this. Level 4 covers the rules that you must learn to understand this equation. I have just a little less than 3,000 rules in level 4. Now, Dr. Raines would say, if you memorize the rules, this equation will talk to you. And then you're able to see things. So now, one of the main rules is any movement of the numbers toward the perfect set of numbers is a gain of energy. So we want to gain energy on this program. So the first set of example I'm going to show you, a lady called me a few years ago. The only information you need is, of course, a female, 68 years old, 5'2", 163 pounds. Time of the day the test was taken, 3:30 p.m. First number, sugar, 9.5, 5.4 over 6.0, 17C, 4M, and 7 over 6. This is all the information I have from that lady, from this point down. That's it. I don't know this lady. They called me on the telephone. Never met them before. But this lady has kidney cancer. Now, they told me that. I didn't tell her she had it. She had one kidney removed. She was throwing up. She was very sick. She had a lot of problems. Now, there are certain rules you learn in this thing. That very little chance of this lady coming back to full health. There's some rules in there. This lady's in bad shape. But you are able to help her to relieve her misery. She's throwing up and she feels miserable and she thinks she's going to die. So some of the things that I see in this, first of all, this lady's not picking up vitamin A. 3 things in the body need vitamin A: the eyes, the skin, and the kidneys. So naturally her kidneys would be affected. That's why she has kidney cancer. As I said, very little chance of surviving. Her coordination's off. In order to be coordinated, in order for the body to function, this number right here must be 4 times what this number is. So if you multiply 9.5 times 4, you get 38. 38. This number is 17. She's just about 60% off. She's only functioning about 40%. Her coordination is bad. She's not able to function right. But what else does this mean? This means the electrolyte coming from her brain throughout the system. The messages from the brain are not even coming down properly. The heart's not beating right. The rhythm's off. The organs, the liver's not functioning right. That's why the liver is so messed up. There's so many things wrong with that because all the messages are destroyed clear through the system. You've seen older people that when they walk, they wobble and they have to hold a cane. A lot of it's because their coordination's off. They can't function. They're unsteady on their feet. Their gait's off. Also, she's not picking up vitamin C. This urine pH, vitamin C, depends upon 2 things in order to pick it up. The amount of insulin that your body produces, your own pancreas. This sugar being 9.5, that means the pancreas is not producing the insulin you need. In order for you to accept the vitamin C from the food you eat, your insulin production must be good. You can take all the vitamin C you want, and the only thing you're going to do with this set of numbers is aggravate it, cause a loss of energy. It won't pick it up. Another reason is because of the urine pH. Once that pH comes down, if you're coming down from a high pH down to 6.2, it'll pick it up till it hits 6.2. Below 6.2, it won't pick it up any longer. Now, what's vitamin C do in the system? It affects every cell from the top of the head to the tip of the toes. It causes the cells to knit and heal. That's why people that are diabetic, they have sores on their feet, on their legs. They have their legs amputated because they can't knit and heal. The cell loses that structure. People that hemorrhage, what happens? The cell wall becomes weak. And as the cell wall becomes weak, blood goes through it. It's a lacking of vitamin C. So anyways, all those things. The only thing I want to do with this lady is make her life a little bit better. Remember the rule. Any movement of the numbers toward perfect is a gain of energy. If she gains some energy, she'll feel a lot better. So what can I tell her to do? I gave her about 3 things I told her to do. I gave her the no list of foods, which we have a no list which tells you what foods causes a loss of energy. I told her don't eat those foods. Second, I gave her the rules of eating. What are the rules of eating? Eat the big meal at noontime, no fruits and sweets after 2 o'clock. The rule is the sugar goes down during the day and goes up at night. You can eat something sweet at 1:45 and feel wonderful, but if you eat it 1:15, it just ruins you. So I told her the rules of eating, and no fruit after 2 o'clock, no fruits and sweets. And then I put her on a water wash. I said drink 4 ounces of distilled water every half hour for 10 hours a day. 10 hours a day. And I said do it for 3 days and call me back. In 3 days, she called back. It was 9:13 a.m. in the morning. Her numbers were 3.0, 6.0 over 6.6, 14C, 4M, and 7 over 6. Only thing she did was change her diet, have a good diet, not too much heavy food, and drink some water, distilled water. Now look at the ratio. 4 times 3 is 12. Her messages going from the brain throughout the body, much better. This lady thought she was in heaven. She felt absolutely wonderful. She wasn't throwing up. She couldn't believe just drinking some water would do that. It's nothing but the diet. Look at these numbers. They're almost perfect. Another rule is the pH of the urine will gravitate towards the water you're drinking, the pH of the water you're drinking, if you drink it systematically. Nothing repairs this body like pure, clean, distilled water. Anybody gets sick, the best thing you can do is drink this distilled water systematically. It'll pull dead cells out from clear to the tip of the fingers and the tip of the toes out of your system. Now you can drink too much of it, but you have to watch these numbers and certain rules you follow for the sugar and things when you're drinking water. But it works. The saliva pH, almost perfect. See what the numbers are up here? Look out. So anyways, she felt so much better because remember the rule, any movement of the numbers toward perfect is a gain of energy. So she moved these numbers toward perfect. That's all, just by drinking water and having a decent diet. And she felt she was in heaven.